Hello everyone, welcome back. In this project, we are going to create a game where the user guesses a random number between 1 and 10. In order to write this program, we need to import random library in Python. So we need to type down this keyword in the beginning of our program as a header. Then I'm initializing a variable called random number, and it is equal to random.randint. In the parentheses, I have 1 and 10. It means that generate a random number for me between 1 and 10 and assign the generated number to my random number variable, okay, to this variable. Then show the message, I have picked a number between 1 and 10. Can you guess it? If we wanted to have a number being generated between 1 and 100, we type down 1 and 100. Between 2 and 10, between 5 and 10, we can choose it. Then it shows the message saying that, okay, I generated a number for you. Can you guess it? Then we are having a while loop, and it is a while loop equals to, so the condition for this while loop is true. So it's an infinite while loop. So as long as we are not finding the correct number that is generated, this while loop is going to continue. And at certain point, we are going to use the break keyword to get out of the while loop because it's an infinite loop. If I don't have this break keyword, it's going to continue until the end of the word. So in this while loop, I'm having the guess variable. It is being initialized and declared using the input function. I'm saying that enter your guess to the user. I'm saying to the user, enter your guess. And because by default in Python, it is going to be stored as a string, I'm using the int function to convert whatever the user is entering to an integer. And then the result is being assigned to this variable called guess. Then I'm having an if condition here saying that if this guess variable that we got from the user equals the random number that was generated randomly here, print congratulations, you guessed it, and break and get out of the while loop, so it's over. We could guess the generated number. Otherwise, if we couldn't guess it, and elif here we are having, if the guess number that we guessed there is lower than the generated number, print too low, try again, and it goes back up again and asks us to enter another number. Okay, and if this guess number is larger than the random number, it says too high, try again. This line could be executed using elif or the else. Why the else? Because either two numbers are equal, or one number is larger than the other, and one number is the guess number is either equal to the random number, or it is lower than the random number, or it is larger than the random number. So if it's not equal and it's not lower, therefore the else condition is the fact that else is larger than the random number. We could either use the else or elif to define this condition. And then if the guess is larger than the random number, it says too high, try again, and it goes back up again and says that enter your guess number. So when I run this code, it says I have picked a number between 1 and 10. Can you guess it? So here it is having the number being generated and showing this message to me. Now it is asking me to enter a number. I say 10. It says too high, try again. So it checks my number with the generated number and says it sees that my entered number is larger than the generated number. This is why it shows the message too high and try again. So I say this time I say 5. It says too high, try again. And again, when I type 3, it says too low. Try again. Why too low? Because it compared my number 3, my guess number 3, with the random number, and it says too low because my number is now lower than the generated number. So I assume that it must be 4. And when I enter 4, it says congratulations, you guessed it. So this message is shown, and then the break keyword is getting out of the while loop because we are not seeing the message saying that try again, try again. But if you cannot guess the number, it is going to ask you, okay, enter your guess number, and show the message either too low or too high. So this is how we can generate a game where it generates a random number between two numbers for us, and we can start guessing that generated number. Thank you for watching.